Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Poppy Bowls had their big launch here in South Australia last week, of course, for the Night Owls. The media marketing guru, Peter March, been good enough to come in. Pete, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Very good, mate. Now,
It looks cool, doesn't it?
Always relaxed, mate.
I like this shirt too, by the way.
Yeah, I've kind of gone mid. I took the jacket off.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Sorry, boys, are we having a fashion show? We're going to talk about bowls today.
I like a bloke that dresses well. You know, we stuck in these polo shirts every week. I like the shirt, that's all.
Well, it's nice that you're dressing well to come in as well, Pete. Let me say that. Last week, big launch, Night Owls, 5AA down at... Sorry, mate.
Adelaide Bowling Club.
Adelaide Bowling Club was a big night down there. Les Burdett was speaking.
Yes.
Happy with the way it all went?
Yeah, we had a really good night. It was fabulous weather just before all that terrible rain came in over the weekend. We had a good turnout. It launches the season, but it's also a come and try. So it gives people that haven't played lawn bowls before the opportunity to come along and have a roll, see what it's all about. We have giveaways, sausage sizzle, Lawn Bowls Club priced drinks, which are fairly cheap if you've never been to a Lawn Bowls Club.
Yep.
Is that the club on the what do you call it, near the, is it St. Peter's or Sacred Heart over that
It's crossroad from POC.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, right there. Because they used to have the DJs on the... going out there as well at one stage.
It's a fantastic course.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
It's just hidden. It's just hidden. That's the problem.
A lot of workplaces go there too, because you know when you're looking for something different for a Christmas function or for a bonding session, it's a good place to go. Most people don't think about lawn bowls, but it's because you've got time to chat, compete. There's music going in the background. Plus, you know, I don't mind a drink or so. When it's hot,
2 or 3.
Thirsty. It's a good place. Well done. That's good.
Yeah, well, that's part of why I think the 5AA Night Owls format is so popular because you can get out. You're fairly active. I mean, lawn bowls. You're walking up and down. You're bending. You're rolling. You're doing all that kind of stuff. But it's not so physical that you can't have a beer at the same time. You can't chat to the person you're playing with. So it is a very inclusive sport.
I wish you could play football like that.
Well, like what?
We'll have a beer, stuff like that. Is that wrong?
Oh, that is wrong.
Have I got a problem?
You have got a problem. I don't know why, Pete. I've got this image in my head of Bickley and Rowie turning up, and Bick's being really good about it, and Rowie just throwing hand grenades, which is not fair because Rowie's a really smart guy. Hey, in saying that, you said there were a lot of people that had the opportunity to come along. Were there good numbers for the first timers?
Yeah, we did have fairly good numbers. Like the thing is, because it is so popular, you've kind of got a lot of clubs that are full, so they're not after members. So as far as come and try goes, the market's not saturated, but there's a lot of people already playing. So clubs aren't necessarily driving to get a lot of night owlers in. Some are. I mean, clubs are always wanting to get new members in, but it is very popular. And so numbers, I mean, you could always get more to these kind of events, but we were happy with who we had there.
Is there any data that shows the overflow of people when they're saturated in night owls continuing their association with the club beyond that?
Well, yeah, the beauty of night owls is you're playing at night. It is social,
outside
so it's not unlike the pennant bowls where you're kind of taking up a full day on Saturday at the club. People may have family commitments, so they can't necessarily get along. But those, once they do start to hit an older age where they do possibly kids leave home, they're no longer working, that would be when they shift into the more competitive type pennant bowls.
But you're saying there's a little bit of saturation with some clubs, obviously with others not so much. If I want to get involved in night owls, what's the best way?
Well, nightowlsbowls.com.au I think is the website, but if you go to the Bowls SA website as well, you'll be able to find the link through. I should say always after members. I don't think anyone would like me saying there's a saturation point at any of the clubs, but I was speaking to a representative from Millswood Bowling Club yesterday, and he was saying they've got a waiting list on their night owls now, so you can't actually get a team in until another team leaves at that particular club.
How many nights a week is night owls played?
It's a fairly flexible format, and so it differs from club to club. So some clubs will go a few nights a week, I think, but others it might be one.
So it may get to that stage, Pete, where they're playing 4 or 5 nights a week.
Well, there is that potential. Yeah, it really just depends on demand, what clubs are willing to kind of put on for the bowlers and the punters. And
you've been involved with it for a while. What do you reckon the big attraction is to night owls? Is it the social side? You can be competitive if you want to. It's just a great environment to play. I mean, each club I would imagine is different, but what do you think is the big attraction?
Yeah, I guess it's like any club where it becomes a bit of a hub for the community. And so if you can find yourself as a member there or even as a visitor, and you find that kind of positive club atmosphere where you're meeting people, you can have a drink, you can have a meal, you can do something sporty like having a roll out on the green. I think that's really appealing to people. You get to let your hair down, you're not stuck at home. And a lot of lawn bowls clubs are really welcoming of families as well. So you can take the kids along, they can run around on the grass outside, and they tend to be very positive, family-oriented places.
I think that's the thing, and I've only had a few rolls down at Henley Beach a few times, and it's quite interesting because what?
No, I'm
I know where your mind was going. You know what I mean? It's not all about that for me.
Rolling out of a pub, mate, is not the same as rolling a ball at bowls.
Oh, what are we talking about? Yeah. No, I've been down to Henley Beach a few times, and I love it. And what I love about it is that you might be competing against an 8-year-old kid at one end, and next minute you've got Russell Ebert next to you. It is really diverse, the sort of people that get involved, and it is a really nice feel about it. It's a good place to go. And you know, for a bloke coming to a new town or a new suburb, if I wanted to get involved in the community straight away, that's where I'd be going. It's a great spot.
Yep. And you do say you've got that diversity, but you do get a lot of ex-footballers, a lot of ex-sports people playing, and they get seriously competitive. So at the 5AA's Night Out's launch, we had Les Burdett out, and he was talking about he plays with Russell Ebert and Barry Robran and those guys out west, and he said it's they've taken what they used to do on the footy field, and they're just applying that to the lawn bowl screen now.
There is no question. I bump into both of those, all three of them from time to time. The first thing that comes up after how you're going is, bowled shocking the other night at night. Let it go, mate. It's supposed to be a fun event, but no, they can't. Hey, just quickly, mate, a couple of South Australians nominated. The Bowls Australian Hall of Fame dinner awards night coming up. So Les Carter for Coach of the Year, Diane Milner, Official of the Year. So we've got a couple of South Australians in line for some big awards. Yeah, so Di Milner's a very faithful servant of Bowls SA, very well known and respected in the Bowls community, and a great official. And of course, Les Carter, having led the men's state team to the Ali Shield win earlier this year, which was huge for the sport in South Australia. I think it was the first time in 2 decades that the men had picked up that trophy. Right. So certainly both of them really deserving of each of those awards. So the Bowls Australia Awards night's held in the Gold Coast, Poppy, so you'd be a chance to attend. If you're nominated, do you get an invite, or you have to be winning it to get the invite? No, I think all the nominees get an invite. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, as far as I know. I didn't get invited, but I'm not nominated. Not nominated for anything, mate? We were thinking Administrator of the Year, Media Marketing Personality of the Year. Oh, there's probably a few in the office that are worthy. I'm not quite there yet, I don't think. Haven't been around long enough. Got to pay my dues. All right, Pete, as always, great to catch up with you. Too. Yes? Nice shoes. Oh, please, can we get off the way the bloke dresses when he comes to the show? Pete, great to get you to come in, mate. Appreciate the way you dress to excite Poppy when you turn up, mate. Stay with us. Plenty to come on the show.